senator representing Bayelsa Central Senatorial District, Kombowe Benson, has been prosecuted before the FCT High Court in Abuja for allegedly forging exemption certificate of the National Youth Service Corps. Benson, who is a member of the People's Democratic Party, was on Tuesday, March the 26th, arraigned on a 3-count charge for acting contrary to provisions of the Penal Code Act, forgery of NYSC exemption certificate, as well as submission of a forged certificate to secure admission into the School of Postgraduate Studies of Imo State University, Owerri. Public Affairs Analyst Trust-Tokpo Coronation joins us now to discuss the controversy. Good to see you on Newsday. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, first, let's start with, what do you make of this whole scenario where the senator, that's Kombowe Benson, has been accused of forging the exemption certificate of the NYSC?
Okay, thank you once again. We all know in Nigeria that forgery is a serious offense, especially when it has to do with someone who is holding a highly esteemed office as senator representing the people of Bayelsa Central Senatorial District, of which I am one of his constituents. It's a serious matter, and issues like this should be trashed to the very conclusion such that people will have confidence on our judiciary. And so the way and manner people are getting away with things in this country is at the center of the problems we have in this country. Impunity reigns supreme because people get away with crimes.
And what would you like to happen to the senator from Bayelsa Central?
Thank you. If someone is in the red chamber making laws for the country, the person should be above board. It is expected that the person would be above board. And so one would expect that the senator himself would even be the one to push for the thorough investigation of the matter and the conclusion of the matter before the Federal High Court. But in this case, we are already seeing movements here and there on how they could scuttle the court process. As a matter of fact, there are more details I will give as this program continues. We have seen the Office of the Attorney General trying to make moves to withdraw the case, and there is no reason given for the attempts to withdraw the case from the Federal High Court. And so we would like diligent prosecution of the case and let the senator come out clean. Let him come out clean. At the end of the day, people in Bayelsa Central Senatorial District, including myself, were stigmatized for our senator being accused of forging the NYSC exemption certificate. So we want diligent prosecution of this case to its logical conclusion.
Well, very well said, but you talked about plans to scuttle his trial. I'd like you to expatiate on that, and you also talked about being able to give us some details as we go along in this interview. I'd like to have that as well. But I'm wondering, in a system where the elites usually get away, with their crimes, how easy or how challenging will it be, for them to prove guilt against the senator in this case?
Well, it is expected that we have the courts as last resort. And if the courts cannot adjudicate on issues like this, that means even the government is telling people to resort to self-help, which is not the best option. And so we expect that the courts, though not perfect, would have, or they have the requisite understanding of issues on how to go about interrogating the party being accused and getting to the facts of the matter and making a judgment. And so, number one, this case started in the tribunal when Senator Moses Klopas, the immediate past senator representing Bayelsa Central Senatorial District, litigated on the primaries, outcome of the primaries of the PDP. And in the process of the tribunal matter, it was discovered then that the NYSC certificate that Senator Benson Friday Kombowe claimed to have submitted to INEC and also to the various schools he attended was forged. And so the matter was litigated at the tribunal level, but they used technicalities to strike out the matter. And so the police, which carried out private investigation on the matter, released an interim report indicting the senator of forging the certificate. And they had the Office of the Inspector General of Police made a charge of the matter to the Federal High Court in Abuja. And before then, the NYSC authorities too even testified at the tribunal. The police also testified at the tribunal that they did not, the NYSC said they did not issue that certificate. The certificate number is even here, 000256454. That is the purported exemption certificate number that Senator Benson Kombowe is parading. And they said in their archives they do not have that exemption certificate. And even his institution, the Polytechnic, Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic, where he did his HND, said that he has not started the process of processing his papers for NYSC exemption letter. And so after the police concluded their investigation, they found that they had reasonable cause to believe that the certificate was forged. That was why the matter was taken to court. And when the Inspector General's office took the matter to court, and the matter was now taken over by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, Ruben Igwaba Esquire applied to the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, to take over the case because he had substantive facts about the case. So he applied for a fiat. That application was made on the 30th of November 2023. On the 2nd of February 2024, that application was approved by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister for Justice. Then, even before the trial will begin in earnest, or we go into the substantive case, the Attorney General Office is writing for the withdrawal of the fiat and the withdrawal of the case. And so we have reasonable cause to believe that the matter is being compromised. We understand the Senate leadership is putting pressure on the Attorney General of the Federation to drop the case. And so these are the problems. If that is true and the Attorney General will withdraw the case, it runs contrary to the belief and the ideology of our party. I am a member of the APC. I'm State Organizing Secretary of the APC in Bayelsa State. And we pledged to ensure justice in Nigeria. And we cannot have justice only for the poor, and the highly placed will not, will not be subjected to the crucibles of the law. This is a criminal case, and if someone truly forged a certificate to be in the Senate, and that person will make laws for you and I don't think that it sounds well. We are expected to obey the laws, but if somebody who is making laws for us did not obey the laws, as it were, then it means that we are trying to build a jungle, not a civilized society. The most important thing that this government owes Nigerians, the government of President Tinubu owes Nigerians, is to ensure that everyone has level playing field before the law. And President Tinubu is trying in every bit to sanitize the judicial system. We are seeing vibes from the Federal Attorney General's office that they want to undertake judicial reforms to expeditiously dispense with cases. But expeditiously dispensing with cases without going through the course of a litigation does not serve the purpose. So we are saying that they should allow the case to go on. And if the Office of the Attorney General feels that they have a compelling reason to withdraw the case, let them come out and tell Nigerians. Let them come out and tell Nigerians the compelling reason they have to want to withdraw this case. But in the letter written by the Attorney General himself, the Office of the Attorney General, asking for the withdrawal of the case, this is a copy of the letter. They only said, you are accordingly requested to withdraw the charge.
Right. Well, Mr. Coronation, just for the sake of time.
The thing is not very clear.
For the sake of time, if you can hear me, allow me to interrupt you and ask, how is it possible that we can improve the vetting and screening process in the beginning of these political aspirants so that these situations don't even occur, so that these fraudulent certificates don't even get put into the system in the first place?
Well, it is the duty of institutions to ensure that their certificates are, made in ways that people cannot easily forge. However, Nigerians are good at, compromising any system, and so people are often in the habit of forging certificates, forging documents in this country. And if such happens, the system should be able to discover same and punish those who are found to have done that. If young people are found culpable in such forgery cases, you see, they will throw them into jail. Why is the law different for a set of people and different for other sets of people? So if the institution itself has come out to claim that the certificate did not originate from them, then it is the duty of the courts to see to the end of the matter.
Well, Mr. Tokpo Coronation, Public Affairs Analyst, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.